All right, Golf Blueprint members and fans, welcome to your second installment of Office Hours with the Professors of Practice. I might sound chipper, Nico, Dr. Darris, but I'm hurting. Bulldog Nation is hurting. I didn't have tickets booked to Omaha, but I was, had them saved, ready to hit purchase. Bulldogs get bounced in their own regional. You played baseball. How does this happen?
Tough
We thought
scene.
for sure we're going to Omaha, Vanderbilt, Texas, Clemson. Who
Tough.
else went down? Did Tennessee lose too?
Yeah,
Maybe
Tennessee got. I think they're playing tonight as we're
I don't
recording
know.
this.
Everybody's losing. Dogs. The people are tuned in to hear about golf practice. Let's not do golf practice right now. Take me to baseball and just help me cope with my emotions
This is
right
like the
now.
best in SGS where they do the sports minute. Like
Yeah.
some people who don't care about.
Fast
like,
forward to
yeah,
8 minutes from now
yeah,
if
we're
you're
gonna
here
be
for
there.
golf
But
practice.
so the kid who came in the other night from Wright State, I flipped it on, and
Right State. They nipped Vandy, right?
yeah, they beat Vandy, which was absolutely just ridiculous. Like in golf terms, that's like Stephen Ames beating Tiger, not the other. Like they beat Tiger when they were Stephen Ames, right? Like
Can I
just
give you a
like
quick fact about Wright State? I got
yeah, hit
recruited
me.
there, almost went there over Akron. Can I give you a quick fact?
Yeah, yes, this is what we're here for.
So Wright State's in Ohio.
I
The
didn't
the
know that,
joke
by the way.
always was
Didn't know that.
Wright State wrong college was always the comment. And I like Wright State, great, fine institution, everything. Here was one of their cells, which is actually a huge cell at the university. They have underground tunnels to get from building to building in the
No
winter.
way, dude. At
Yeah.
UConn, the guy. Oh, weird. Here's another weird one. This is maybe a wives' tale, but allegedly the guy who built the University of Texas, for any architects out there, built stores as well. We could verify this, but who knows? It was like UConn fact that he built them to create wind tunnels. And apparently, like at Texas, it's great because it gets breeze. Well, it stores when it's 0 degrees and like snowing and the worst, you're getting like a wind tunnel in your face
No,
walking
thank
in.
you.
Yeah, the worst, like the absolute worst thing ever. So here you are with two fun facts as you
Yeah,
start this. Sherwood
give
Stores,
us baseball.
Connecticut. Yeah,
Back to
baseball.
Copen.
Back to baseball. The important thing. So this kid comes in and it's the ninth inning, and they're up 5 runs. Like in golf terms, like it's a 5-shot lead on like 18, right? Like you're gonna win the game. Well, they bring this kid in, and I mean he is choking his fastball. So not choking it in the sense of like you're blowing it, like
Yeah,
the
what's choking mean in baseball?
okay, so it's the equivalent of like standing on an 80-yard wide fairway and trying to not hit it out of bounds. Rather than standing up there and being like, I'm going to hit a great shot here. Like, I'm going to execute my fade. I'm going to start it at that tree and it's going to fall right. This kid was trying to literally not hit it in the houses that were not in play. And he gets in there and instantly just throws balls. Like, he's nowhere near the plate. A couple strikes don't go his way. And again, like using the golf, that's like you're playing match play and like, hey man, like you hit a sprinkler head and it goes in the rough. You hit and you're all of a sudden you fold. And it was interesting. His coach recognized it, yanks him and pulls him. And I was a closer, so ninth inning, I'm coming in eighth inning, ninth inning, whatever it is. And I had a very distinct difference than those kids. Like there was no cavalry. So think about it in golf, and like this kind of ties into what we were talking about offline about your recent round, where like when it goes bad, there's no one coming to save you. Like you are the
Mm-hmm.
last line of defense. And in golf, like we've all had that day where you just like stand on 13 and you're like, I have a two-way miss and I could legitimately hit this 45 degrees in either way. And how do I never do that again? Right. Well, spoiler alert, like you're going to do it again. But it
Yeah.
was fascinating watching these teams as they were used to winning and really start to struggle. We're like, hey, they're not supposed to be in this game right now. Like Wright State was never supposed to be in that game with Vanderbilt. Oh, by the way, in case anyone from the NCAA commission is listening, like what an absolute trash system they have using the regional model. I have beef, Kev. I've never said this.
This was a big debate in our text
This
thread.
is
The
trash.
chaos.
This
The
is
chaos.
absolute trash.
It's chaos for the
that
seeding.
regional seeding is a thing, and every single year on the West Coast, like ASU, UCI, Fullerton, USC, UCLA have to beat each other, and you have I'm throwing shade. You have Creighton playing against like whoever else in the Midwest who just like stink is absolutely dog water. Like I will die on that hill. This is Golf Blueprint office hours, and if anyone wants to come on here and debate us about the regional model of college baseball.
So your
I'm
solution is
ready.
what? Just throw them all in seeds and then
Yes,
you just go
yes,
from there, right? Because
one
I
through
remember
64.
When I was out at Arizona State, I do remember, like, yeah, like Stanford came in, like it
Yes.
was like five of the top, or however what showed in Region Four or whatever it is, like of the top 20 teams showed
Yes.
up at that region, and it's like only one team's getting out.
The
It's like
worst.
this is not right.
No, my freshman year, we lost to UCLA, who ends up winning it all. Like, we were probably the two best teams in the country, and we had to knock each other out when, some bootleg team gets through because they got to play, whoever it is. I got beef. That, and I want to talk about the amateurism in golf, which also is a bunch of dog water, and the fact that these kids in NIL are getting paid, and we have to, worry about being pros. I'm telling you, I'm ready to chop it up.
We're gonna need a spin-off series already. I don't know what we'll title it. We'll put our man Jason Page on that, and what we'll title our spin-off series.
We're going to
The
need our own
7
version
different
of
ones
the
have.
trap draw. This is our trap
That's
draw.
right. This is how it happens. This is how
It happens.
Now, let's turn things into golf. All right. Let's
Yeah.
start out with what's one thing you're excited in golf from the last month?
All right, I switched irons. I went lighter. And again, kind of a baseball thing. Like, in the second half of baseball seasons, a lot of guys go to a little bit touch lighter bat. And I've been playing just like the absolute heaviest irons ever, rifle 7.0s. And I switched to X100s the other day. I was so tired, like just exhausted. And I was like, something needs to change. Crazy how much better I've been hitting irons. Like, I would say I'm getting to the golf course like legitimately excited to hit balls now. So that's my
Talk
my
us real
one.
quick. Give us the 1 minute philosophy on lightening the shaft, like why you're doing that. Say a little bit more about this. You're tired and whatever. What's
Yeah,
lightening the shaft do for
weight
anybody
loss
out there
number one.
considering it?
Yeah, weight loss number one. So you lose weight, you gain weight, your body physiologically changes. You're going to change your equipment. That's like a given. Like, I'm going to have to change my driver shaft. I'm going to have to change a lot of things. I'm swinging slower, but hitting it better. And that's just like an inevitability of you go through body changes. Like, I know you've lost weight, you've changed stuff. Like, that's one of those, like, if you're going through physical changes, like, seriously go get refit, because your stuff, it's just not the same. It's no different than you buy a different pair of pants. Like, your equipment is going to have to change if you make body changes.
Well, I hope your weight loss and hence yards lost has less people yelling cap at you on our Instagram thread. Doubtful, but maybe.
Fake news. I have a good one today. Actually, I have a great post for golf blueprinters out there. I absolutely flushed this 2-iron on camera, and it went 196 yards in the air. It's like the epitome of like, this is fake news. Like, just like the funniest video where it looks perfect, like great swing, and I hit this thing. There was no grooves where I hit this ball off the toe, and it flies dead straight on camera. And I swear to you, we did the math. I hit 2-iron, 4-iron into a 400-yard hole. Like, you do the
Love it.
math. It was
Love it. Love it.
egregious. What are you excited about? Yeah, what's
I
yours?
tell you what, I had a hiatus, but I'm kind of back in the pro golf and watching
you?
it. I gotta say, yeah, like it's
What?
probably been really 2.5 years that I just haven't tuned in much, and all the live stuff happened. And I was completely out. Probably didn't watch a
Yeah.
pro tournament or the majors for a year and a half, and I'm watching it, man. I got, PGA Tour's up on. Totally into the women's. The women's Open was on
That was sweet.
this past U.S. Open. Erin Hill's absolutely
Oh,
showing out.
so good.
That was a blast. Yeah, I've been tuning in, man. I'm
I
enjoying
did not
watching
have
it.
that in my bingo card. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that for
Um,
you.
Maybe it's, the second coming of Tiger. Third coming of
Dude,
Jack with Scotty
how
right now. It's,
freaking good is Scotty. Good
yeah,
Lord.
I mean, we'll see again. Can he do it for another couple years? But he's doing stuff we haven't seen since Tiger's good years. So
No. I mean, right
kudos
now,
to him, man. He's fun to watch.
we love our Golf Blueprint Tour pros, but I think everyone's chasing Scotty right now. And it's,
Yeah, and that's one of those you might not want to learn too much from them again, because the thing about the greats is they do everything differently.
yeah.
So
it's
trying
all
to emulate
better.
their game, your practice, all that after the absolute greats, probably not the best thing to do. Just sit back, admire, and appreciate that we might be
It's just
seeing
like-
someone transcendent if he continues this.
It's like sweet to watch. Let's talk about golf. Let's talk about practice. I know we got member questions.
We do. Let's start off. Trevor Claver, you're a big one of the things, Nico, you do when you're traveling. What do you do? See if I can lead you. We haven't prepped
to
this.
ranges. Yes.
You go
We never
you go
talked
to
about
ranges,
this.
right? What happens when you go to ranges?
Yeah, so I try to go to as many places as I can when I'm traveling. Like, I'll be in a random city and I just Google like driving range near me, and I try to just see what it is, like good, bad. And I don't go to like private ranges. I typically go to like pay for play daily fee ranges, which by the way, again, like way too expensive. The place I was at today was $22 for 100 balls. Like that is egregious. The public course that I was at, it's so stupid. Like I hate that. Way too expensive. But okay,
Terrible.
I digress. Yeah, awful.
All right. Say research division out there doing your work. All right. You show up at those places, conditioning's all over the place, hard to find grass, lots of divots, muddy. Is it better to go to range with mats or to practice in those areas with the kind of shady conditions?
Oof, good question. Shout out Trevor. Good question, man. I'm always going to choose grass and mud. But no joke. Shout out to Continental Range in Scottsdale. I know you've been there, Kev. Like
Oh yeah,
it is.
yeah,
It's straight out of Tin Cup. Like I don't think there's a blade of grass there. Like that has to be. If you were gonna probably say one of the most popular ranges in America, and there's literally no grass,
yeah.
I would credit that place to making my wedge play like legitimately improve because for the first I don't know how long I just like chunked wedges and then eventually figured out how to hit wedges off of bad lies. The thing is, here's a weird one in Jupe too. When you have really good high-end clubs in Jupe, this is such like a weird problem that maybe people will resonate with or not. Kids who are members of like ultra high net worth clubs, then they go play the mini tours, actually really struggle because they're not used to having like dog crap lies. They're not used to chipping off of like grass where there's no grass. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like sits down,
Yep.
like grass that don't have roots. So I love the idea of going to places that don't have necessarily the best. I mean, I do it on purpose actually a lot in here. I'll go to a range near me that's not very good to hit wedges. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you have terrible balls, that's the other thing. Like we had one of my
Yes.
tour guys talk about this. Like in Europe, he's playing in Europe, and they have like legitimately trash golf balls that fly multiple directions. That's a whole different set of problems where A, you're not going to use a launch monitor, and B, you're probably not hitting anything above a 7-iron, like accurately, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. You're just working on contact. Like that's a time where you'd say, like, eh, I'm also not going to crack my driver. Like that's where practice becomes more difficult. I would say go play if that was your options.
That's right. I know PGA Americas, they run in those cases all the time and
Oh,
get to places
so
they can't hit
bad.
drivers and stuff like that. But yeah, like, do you think there are any exceptions, like in terms of mat over grass, where you say, okay, because you're doing this, yeah, go find a mat
I
while
think if
grass is
you can
preferred.
find mats where you have a launch monitor. Oh, by the way, one of our homeboys, like OG Golf Blueprint homeboys, works with a superstore. This is the best deal ever that we're not gatekeeping. For $300 a year, you get, I think it's like an hour a day in the PJ Superstore simulator. We have
Yeah,
no
no,
business with them, by the way. Like zero affiliation with them. Like no love for the PJ Superstore, but we just found out this like insane deal that yeah, then you can go work on like distance control wedges. You can hit drivers. They have good balls in there. And it's like for me in the summer, I might do it because it's hot and I can't hit balls necessarily outside. So that is like
hmm
an aside, like a little bonus for you.
yeah, I'd say like if you're doing some strict technical work and
Yeah.
you just really need to really focus on something technical, maybe then obviously golf balls definitely privilege. And I think the key is then, seek out, deal with those bad conditions. And like you mentioned, they'll prepare you for better performance no matter where you're playing at. And then keep that mindset when you're actually practicing, right? Keep like you're practicing within those conditions. So if you go there and you expect to hit every ball flush and perfect
No.
compression, yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. Maybe then go to a mat if you can't readjust your mindset. But you
Yeah.
got to take in that mindset of, hey, these conditions are tough, and that's just preparing me. So when I go perform, it's going to be easier than when I practice, which I think you brought up last
I love that.
session.
Yeah, if that's your only option, if that's literally your only driving range, then I would say substitute it with like a launch monitor mat combo. Find one somewhere near you. There's probably like an indoor golf place that you could substitute with.
All right, Brian Craig, this connects on one we talked about last week. Is getting at love blueprint form, but having problems scheduling blueprint instruction in golf playing. How
I'm
to
the wrong one.
balance all
I'm
of
the timeout. I'm
how
the
to
wrong
balance
one.
all of this.
I'm going to say objectively, I am horrific at scheduling. Like I am the worst scheduler in the world. So I'm going to kick this one to you. I'm going to be the MC. How do you schedule? Because you actually plan things. Because Lord knows.
Yeah. I think like I'll speak to it from someone that holds multiple jobs
Yeah.
because I'm an idiot and that's what I've decided to do my whole life. Who's very committed to a loving wife that lets me play more golf than I ever deserve, and that I'm saying that she gives me tons of flexibility. I could spend all day at the golf course. She wouldn't give me a hard time. But I love her, so I spent a lot of time there. Got friend circle. Very deeply involved in my own game, both competitively and casually, golf course architecture, whole deal. So yeah, balance, right? Every one of our Golf Blueprint members looks for how to have better balance. I think the best approach that really I've learned this from our members that I've been able to do it successfully is they look at things over either a week or a month and say, how much am I going to commit to X, Y, and Z during that time period? What's worked really good for me is like a 2 to 4 week run of saying, okay, in the next 2 to 4 weeks, working with my instructor and technique, I'm going to commit 3 days or 2 days to that. All right, Golf Blueprint practice plans. I'm going to commit this X number of days. For me, I know playing is really important going into tournaments, or just if I'm not playing, my game won't translate as well from practice to play. So yeah, I need to play X number of days, and that could be three, just 3 holes. That could be 9 holes. I love doing a golf blueprint and then just getting out for 3 to 5 holes, and then I'm done with those in 35 minutes, 45 minutes at my place, stuff like that. So I think the best approach is to be forward thinking, commit to something, and then just execute that. So you don't wake up every day saying, well, what should I do today? Maybe I'll do this. What about that? And then you go to bed like, well, should I have done something else? Or 2 weeks passes by and you're like, man, I haven't played and I'm miserable. So that's been my approach on that, is just to really think forward and plan and structure out, 2 to 4 weeks at a time.